Welcome to Whisperwood Stories. I'm glad you're here to listen to this story I've written for you. I hope that you enjoy it. Let's begin. I made friends with the monster in my closet. Yep, you heard right. I made friends with him. Good friends. He's a lot nicer than you might think. He is really scary looking, I guess, but he's nice. We have a lot of fun all the time. I feel bad for him, really. When he visits, he can barely fit in my room. He has to tilt his head against the ceiling when he comes out of the closet. His arms are so long that they almost drag on the floor. I call him Fred. He didn't have a name, so I gave him one. It just seemed right. Good night, honey, my mom said as she closed my bedroom door. I've tried to tell my mom about Fred quite a few times, but she seems to think I'm lying. I waited until her steps went all the way down the hall before I jumped out of bed. I excitedly turned off all of the lamps and unplugged all of the nightlights. I've told my mom several times that I don't need them to sleep anymore. I'm old enough, but she doesn't believe me yet. She never really believes me. It was dark in my room once I was done. Fred likes it better that way. He says the bright lights are too harsh on his eyes, and they give him headaches. I can understand. It's like when the teachers at school turn them back on after notes. I leapt back into bed and pulled my superhero covers closer. I could barely manage to wait. Fred told me that he could come by tonight, and we could build forts and dance with dolls. I knew he was here when I heard the creak of my closet door. The glowing eyes were partially covered by the stringy hair hanging over his face. He wheezes when he breathes, too. I let him use my inhaler when he needs it.
Hello, Alex.
Fred said between wheezes. Hey, Fred! I ran up to him and hugged his legs. That was all I could reach. His skin was tacky like wet Play-Doh, and the weird leg bones jutted out. He returned the hug by placing a clawed hand on my back. He was very careful. I went and sat on my bed. What do you want to play tonight? I said.
We played Hot Wheels last time. Legos before that. What else are your favorite things?
Fred said. Mom just got me a gaming console because I passed all of my classes. Do you want to see those games? I said.
Certainly. I've never played with that before.
Just be careful. We have to use the TV. Fred nodded. We both sat in front of the small TV I had in my room. Even sitting down, Fred was super tall. I gave him a controller, too. It was hard for him to play. The buttons were just too small. Still, he seemed to enjoy our car races. Even though lights bothered Fred, he was having too much fun with the game, so we kept playing. We stopped when his skin started to bubble. We played with robots instead. Where are you from, Fred? I asked.
It's quite far from here. When I sleep, I come to the places of people. The very first time I did, I woke up in your parents' closet instead. How strange.
Fred said. Really? Why?
I'm not sure. I heard them arguing quite loudly, yelling at one another very loudly.
Yeah, they do that a lot, I said.
It seems that your father is a very nasty man. Very nasty to your mother, and she called him nasty, as he deserves. Perhaps it would be better if he was gone. nasty man.
When we were done playing, I put everything back just the way it was so that Mom wouldn't know I had stayed up. "Good night, Fred," I whispered from my covers.
Good night. Sleep tight.
I had a normal day next. I had breakfast, went to school, and came back home. I just barely missed my bully on my way back. Him and his mean group were looking for me that day, but I took a different street. I had to do some homework too that was super boring, but I knew every minute counted down to when I could play with Fred. "Bedtime, honey," Mom said as she tucked me in that night. "Mom, why is Dad so nasty to you?" My question made her freeze for a second. "Nasty? Why did you pick that word?" she asked. "That's what Fred told me. He said that you called Dad nasty and that he is nasty. Would it be better if he was gone?" She swallowed. I could see on Mom's face that she did think it would be better, but she tried to hide it. "Good night, honey. No more questions." She stood and left my room. Later that night, Fred came out to play again. He wanted to try different games on the TV, so we did that for a little while. Then it was almost time for him to go.
Before I go, would you answer me something? A question.
Fred said. "Sure," I said.
Would you like your dad to go away to get the nasty goodbye a nasty man deserves?
"Will he stop being mean to Mom?" I said. The stringy hair on Fred's face bobbed as he nodded. Fred's funny smile grew.
I could send him away, packing his bags, sending him somewhere where he will learn a little respect. It is not far from here. I even have friends there that can watch over him and help him not be so nasty. What do you think?"
Fred said. I thought for a moment, then nodded. If Fred could help Mom and Dad get better, I'd be so happy. They would be happy too.
"Shake on it."
Fred held out his long hand. I held one of the claws and smiled. Fred went back into the closet.
"Sleep tight,"
he said. The next morning was very strange. I didn't have to go to school, and some policemen and doctors showed up. They asked me questions about Fred and Dad. Things like, how long had I been seeing Fred? When did Fred come? Where was Fred now? Did I know anything about my dad and Mom's fights? But my answers seemed to irritate them. Mom was crying a lot. She wouldn't let me go into their room, and some cleaners came by the house in white suits. "Where's Dad?" I asked Mom. She tried not to cry as she knelt to my level. "Dad had to go away. He isn't coming back," she said. "I think I know where he is. Fred told me that he could help Dad," I said. My mother stared at me with fear. "Ma'am, can you come with me, please?" a police officer said. Mom started to cry again as the officer guided her away. Later that day, all of the strange people had left, and it was just me and Mom. We got to have pizza for dinner. It was weird to not have Dad there, but good almost. Pepperoni was my favorite. Mom didn't tuck me in. I sat on my bed and stared at my closet door that night. Maybe Fred would come by and be able to tell me what happened. I wanted to ask him. Fred did come at his usual time, exiting my closet door with a small squeak of the hinges. "Fred, do you know what happened to my dad?" I said.
Yes, I helped him go far away, as I said. It took me some time to make him realize that he should go, but he went in the end. He realized that he was nasty.
"So, he's with your friends now?" Fred smiled.
Yes, they will help him for as long as it takes.
We played again. Mom had bought me a new toy car set this morning after all the commotion, and we raced with it.
Tell me something, would you?
Fred asked. "Yes?"
Do you feel better now that your nasty dad has gone away?
Fred said. I thought for a moment. Mom is hurting right now, but I think she will feel better. Not hearing all that yelling is nice already. "We got to have pizza for dinner," I said.
Good. Pepperoni was always your favorite. I hope that my friends can help your dad. Is there anyone else you would like to go away? Someone who gives their hurt to others because they cannot handle their hurt.
I didn't know what he meant by the last words, but I think I understood. There's someone that bullies me all the time. Him and his mean friends. If he went away, my life would be much nicer. Maybe your friends can help him too? He's real nasty, I said. Fred smiled wider than I'd ever seen. His lips cracked and his skin moaned.
Yes. They'd be very happy to help them. Very happy.
Thank you for listening to Whisperwood Stories. If you enjoyed, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. Do you have a story that you'd like me to read here? Consider commenting or sending it to whisperwoodsubmissions@gmail.com. The story in this video is read with the author's permission. Thank you again for listening. If you'd like to support me, check the link below where you can leave a tip if you wish, unless you're already a member. In that case, thank you. And remember, don't let the shadows get too close. Good night.